Welcome to lesson 8, which is all about time management. And the great news is that I'm actually gifting you my full 8-week time mastery blueprint as part of this program. So I know that it's a lot of content, but when I was trying to, condense it for this particular program, I had a look at it and I just couldn't leave anything out. So if you don't finish it within the week or 2 weeks that you've set aside to do it, that's all good because it is a lot of information. But I thought that I would add value to this course by including the full 8-week program. So it comes with a workbook. I should have put the background off for that. But anyway, it's a full workbook, which is 60 pages long, and it covers all aspects of time management. So now you ask, why have I included time management in a Change Navigator coaching program? It's actually quite easy because change is inevitable, and how we manage our time during transition makes a huge difference. It can help you cope with your stress. And it can be the difference between feeling like you're thriving or you're totally overwhelmed. So when life shifts, if it's a career change, if it's a personal change, it's a new phase of life that you're going through. Maybe you've just gone through a divorce or you've lost a loved one that's close to you and you're trying to figure out where to from now. Whatever change it is really, really, really hard. All change is hard, especially at the beginning. But if you can master, techniques like time management, like learning how to do your reframing and the content that we've covered already in this coaching program, all those things and the new skills that you're learning or the skills that you're brushing up on are all going to help you to get through this transition. And in order to grow, there will be change. So throughout your life, you're going to have change. It's just going to be in a different form. So here is why mastering time is crucial in times of change. Firstly, because it brings structure in times of uncertainty. So it disrupts your routine, probably, and a well-planned schedule gives you the stability and the direction to move forward through times of uncertainty. And it helps you to regain a sense of control. And that then gives you more confidence. Secondly, it helps to reduce stress and overwhelm. So when you prioritize your tasks effectively, you prevent the last minute chaos and you create space for mindful decision making. Number 3 is it boosts productivity and progress. And without intentional time management, what will happen is distractions will take over and it can just feel completely chaotic. Structuring your time helps you to stay focused on what truly, truly matters, and it gives you that form of stability. Fourthly, it supports your emotional well-being. So it's not just about making things happen and ticking off your to-do list, etc., making the logistics and the operations of the change happen. It's also about emotional resilience. So allocating time for looking after yourself, self-care, reflection, journaling, meditation, just going out for a walk. That is going to help you so much to stay grounded, to beat the overwhelm in times of change. And then the 5th reason is it because it enhances adaptability. So when you're managing your time well, you create flexibility. And this allows you to make the changes needed, to adjust when unexpected challenges rise. So you've got already a structure and a foundation that you're working from, which is solid. So anything that life throws at you, you can actually make a plan to cope with it. So going through change doesn't have to feel like a whirlwind is happening to you. By taking charge of your time, you will take charge of your journey and of your life ultimately. So right now, what I want to ask you is, what is your biggest time management struggle when you're going through change? Let's have a look at it. Tell me in the comments. Maybe we can talk about it in our coaching session. So what are we going to cover? So our first module is called Big Rocks, Little Rocks, and it's all about prioritization. The second module is about the urgent important matrix, otherwise known as the Eisenhower matrix. Often things that are urgent are seldom important, and things that are important are seldom urgent. So you need to figure out where you fit or spend your most time in the urgent important matrix, and then work out how you can make sure that you move to quadrant 2, which will all be explained in module 2. And then number 3 is your action priority matrix, and that's all about productivity. So you're stacking up your skills. Okay, you've learned about your big rocks and your little rocks and your sand, figuring out how to prioritize. Then you're figuring out which quadrant you're sitting in. Are you in crisis management all the time, or are you being distracted and letting other people control your time all the time? And now you're going to take those two and you're going to put together an action priority. So look at your low effort, high impact tasks, identify which ones those are. High effort and high impact is your huge, massive, big projects. So both the high impact ones will be your big rocks. Okay, so you need to create a balance between your low effort and your high effort, and then your low impact tasks, or your filler tasks. That's your little pebbles in the sand that goes in between the big rocks. So you're going to figure those out, and then you can figure out what your priorities are. Now, in module 4, you look at the new to-do list, which is creating a to-do list every week that feels like you can actually accomplish something. A lot of us, and I know in conference and events management, I did that for 30 odd years. And every single day you leave, you close your laptop and you walk away from your desk and you've got a million things left on your to-do list. It's a never-ending story. So how do you actually get past that? And this is a new way of creating a to-do list. And that's number 4. Then number 5, it's about motivation. How do you get motivated? What actually pushes you to achieve your goals? Where do your values sit? What is your why? What do you have to do? You feel like you've got a gun pointed at your head and that you have to do it. And if you don't do it, that trigger is going to go off. What are the things that you really enjoy doing? So, what's motivating you behind those tasks, and understanding how motivation works. Then module 6, we're going to look at interruptions blaster. How to actually work out systems that interruptions don't affect your time management. And part of that is actually understanding where your interruptions come from. And then the last one, the 7, Module 7 is the not to-do list. So things that you really, really don't want to do. So those things should be things that you can delegate, etc. But you'll learn more about it in that. And then Module 8 is all about a time chart, which is a time audit. So you actually print that out and you track how you're spending your time every single day so that you can see the patterns, etc. And then you can figure out, what am I going to get rid of? What am I delegating? What am I going to stop doing? Because it's just a waste of time. And then what do I want to introduce into my life so that I can feel like I'm moving forward and that I'm actually achieving my goals? So it's a really, really exciting module. I know it sounds extremely theoretical, but at the end of the day, if you can conquer this, you're going to feel so much better. And you will accomplish more in a day, because the bottom line is that every single person has the same amount of time. And that person that you're looking at in your office that sits across the corridor from you, who seems to get so much done, has as much time in the day as you do. So what are they doing differently? They're probably smarter with their time management. And now you are going to be too. So let's do this.